Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Wartrain here. Do me a favor, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Guys, I try to put gaming content out like this daily. And if you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up. But with that said, today's video, guys, I want to talk about some of this gaming news that came out today, man. Wow. I got out of work and got in my car, started driving home, put on some gaming news, and just was broadsided by all the crazy stuff that's going on. Real exciting. We got news on the PlayStation 5, so that was, that's always cool. I love hearing about next-gen stuff. I've always have loved that. I love reading about it. I just like the rumors, whatever. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's definitely interesting and exciting. But we also heard some stuff on Doom, which was kind of disappointing. We'll get into that then. And we also heard some stuff on the Atari VCS, which, yeah, the Atari VCS, yeah. It's with me and the guys at my local GameStop, we always kind of joke. They're always joking with me because I usually pre-order a lot of, the big stuff, main consoles, refreshes like Xbox One X or PlayStation 4 Pro or the Switch Mini or Lite, whatever you want to call it, that stuff. So they were like, hey, all the time, hey, you're gonna pre-order this Atari VCS? Yeah, no, no. Thing is way overpriced. I think it's like pre-orders for like $300 or there's like 2 packages or something, and the price is insane. And I still don't know what it is. I don't think anybody really knows what it is. Recently, they came out and said there was going to be some kind of game subscription service that you'd have to pay a monthly fee for. It's like, what? I thought this thing was going to be preloaded with games, which I guess it was supposed to be preloaded with some Atari games, but this game streaming service was supposed to have even more Atari games. I don't know. The whole thing is just crazy. I feel bad for the people that actually put their money out for this thing. They had an Indiegogo campaign when they started this whole thing, and originally it was called the Atari Box. And the Indiegogo went live. They got a couple $1 million from people supporting this because people want to see Atari come back. Okay, that's awesome, but nothing ever sounded great with this thing, and it's not looking like it's going to come out. It hasn't been looking good, I don't think, ever. I got maybe a little glimmer of, I don't know if you'd call it hope, a glimmer of something that maybe it would come out maybe 5-6 months ago, but I think that's kind of dwindled now to like, I don't think it's going to come out. I've been thinking that for a little while again, as of recent, because of all just the weird announcements or non-announcements. Atari's been very strange, but I guess their lead architect has actually quit. He left, and this is the lead architect on this Atari VCS. I guess he left because they haven't paid their invoices in like 6 months. So he probably hasn't gotten paid in 6 months. And I was probably like, you know what? See you guys. And I can't say I blame them. I wouldn't be there. I'm surprised it even took that long. I would have been gone like after the first 2 weeks, especially if they were messing with my money. Then I definitely would have been gone. But, I guess he stuck it out and not no more. So I don't know what's going on with this system. Like people have said before, is this thing vaporware? Is it, is it not? I think it is, and I kind of almost always thought it was, and I don't really think it's coming out. And I feel bad for anybody that's pre-ordered this thing, anybody especially that put like a bunch of money out for this system, because they're supposed to be getting one of these soon, and it's not looking good. I mean, nobody even knows like what exact games are going to be coming to this thing. I mean, it's still like a big mystery. When I think of that system, I just think a question mark. And, I think most people do too. But, real sad for the people that put money down for this Indiegogo campaign, trying to help Atari come out with a system. which who knows if they ever even had intentions of making this system or actually putting it out. Maybe it was always just a scam to take people's money. I don't know, but it's definitely unfortunate for anybody that put up some of their money, you know, but we'll still have to see if this thing ever sees the light of day. I don't know. But as far as Doom, they're having some issues. I guess it's being delayed. So that's very disappointing. I'm a huge Doom fan. I love the Doom games. I always have. And was real excited for Doom Eternal. But unfortunately, it's being delayed till next year. It was actually supposed to be coming out, like, I think in like a month. So that's not happening now. But I guess if you do pre-order it, you will get Doom 64, which that's cool. You know, I was under the impression that you were going to be able to buy it on like an eShop or something. I don't know if you still will be able to. It's like that. You'd think that they'd still like let people buy it if they want it, but yeah, I think that's cool if you pre-order the game that you get that, because I'm definitely pre-ordering it. So I'm not sure when that goes live and you can start playing Doom 64, but I'm definitely on board for that, so that I gotta look into, definitely. But as far as the PlayStation 5, man, people got to actually check this thing out, which is awesome. I can't wait for the next generation of systems. It's always exciting. PlayStation 4, I was super excited, and Xbox One. Unfortunately, Xbox One had a really bad start, but PlayStation 4, since it launched, I thought it was really cool. And I didn't get one right when it launched, but I wanted one bad. And when I finally got one, man, I was excited and really liked it. But it's a great system, and really looking forward to PlayStation 5 because they're planning on doing big things with this system. I mean, this isn't going to be like, the mid-generation refresh we got with the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X. This is actually a next-gen console. So pretty exciting times. I can't wait to see what Sony is going to be doing. I mean, now we know that we're getting a new controller, which is going to have haptic feedback. So gone is the rumble. This thing's going to do a lot more now. Think of haptic feedback maybe as like HD Rumble plus. It's going to do more than HD Rumble does, because that's still just Rumble. Haptic feedback can do all kinds of different things. Who knows how they're going to be implementing it exactly? I mean, there is mention of, like, as far as pulling on the triggers, there'll be different tensions and things depending on of what you're doing in game and what's on screen, which absolutely makes sense. That's actually great for VR. And Sony is really going big with the next PlayStation VR stuff because they're baking that all in to the PlayStation 5. So absolutely awesome. I think VR is great. I have a VR. I actually bought a PSVR on launch day. I haven't done many videos. Actually, I've only done one VR video, but I do like the system. I think it's great. I think it's definitely still a niche thing, and it's basically still kind of in its infancy, but I'm really excited to see where Sony takes it next, because let's face it, Sony is pretty much the top dog as far as selling VR and VR games. They're right now the highest selling VR system, which is awesome. It's not that doesn't mean it's the best one and, has the highest specs, because it absolutely does not. But, it's cool that they even have it. Microsoft doesn't have one. So pretty cool that Sony has been, trying to do this for years now and has been doing it, because they have some really cool experiences on PlayStation VR. And it is a lot of fun. It's definitely immersive, but it also is not for everyone. Some people just can't handle it. It does make people sick. My brother was always right there with me, super excited, thinks it's awesome, and he just can't play VR. It just makes him sick. He just cannot do it. He thinks it's cool. He wishes he could, but every time he puts it on, he has vertigo, headaches, nauseous, dizziness, and that you can't have fun if you have that kind of stuff happening. So, like I said, it's not for everyone, but it is cool for those of us that do enjoy it and can handle it. So Pretty exciting. I think it's awesome that they're doing the haptic feedback. There's also been talks that there's like basically like a hole in the controller, which seems to be some kind of microphone. So it looks like they're going to have some kind of microphone support built into the controller, which means that most likely you're going to, probably have system commands where you could probably talk to the PlayStation 5, give it commands, power it on, off, search, all that kind of good stuff. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully they use that in game, not like the touchpad on the PS4 controller, which they really didn't do a whole lot with it. There are some games that do some stuff with it, but not a lot. I mean, let's face it, it's basically just doesn't do a whole lot. It seems to be implemented more as just an extra button that pulls up a menu or something, which is kind of sad that that's what it, winded up being used for most, because it could have been cool. But yeah, absolutely exciting. I cannot wait. This thing is getting a holiday 2020 release. So next holiday, this thing is definitely coming. And evidently, Ghost of Tsushima is still a PS4 game. I guess it's not coming out on PS5, which that's actually surprising, because there has been a lot of talk that that's been having development problems for the PS4, and it does look kind of like it could be a next-gen game. But, still we'll have to wait and see, because nothing's set in stone until till that game actually releases. But I am so excited for the PlayStation 5. New controller definitely sounds cool. Haptic feedback, they're saying, like, even things with the button presses will give you different sensations on, like, as far as being able to almost like feel stuff. Say there's sand or something on screen, it'll have just, different maybe vibrations or pressures or stuff like that that actually will give you different sensations, and that's where the haptic feedback, hopefully will shine. Hopefully this is something that developers actually use, and like I said, it doesn't become just like that extra feature like that touchscreen button at your top of your PS4 controller. So like I said, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But it's definitely exciting. We already know the PlayStation 5, they want to do a lot of great things with it. It's going to supposedly have some things baked into it. Like I said, for PlayStation VR, it's going to support ray tracing. I guess supposedly that's going to be part of the hardware. It's going to be baked into the hardware. So hopefully it'll be like decent. I know ray tracing's still kind of new, and it's really taxing on PCs, and you pretty much need like super high-end stuff to even be able to do it. So I don't know how that's all going to work. So that's still to be seen, but definitely exciting. The solid state drive, that is exciting. Smaller load times, I'm all in for. I cannot stand just sitting at a load screen for, a minute staring at loading, or just, a picture on screen or whatever. It gets old, and some games have extremely long load times. So it's definitely cool that, these next gen consoles are going to, have way smaller load screens. So definitely excited about that solid state hard drive. Really cool stuff. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the PlayStation 5? What do you think about the 2020 holiday release? I think kind of everybody expected it. I definitely expected it, so that ain't a shock. I say what's more of a shock is, them letting people actually check it out. One, that's huge. And the fact that they're changing up their controller with the haptic feedback. I think that is absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that controller. But absolutely cool. Hopefully they'll unveil this thing soon. I mean, it's not a big secret. That dev kit that was leaked, the pictures of it, we know that was all real now. That is totally confirmed at this point. So that was actually a dev kit. But super cool stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about the Atari VCS. Hopefully you guys weren't anybody that put any money into it. If it is, let me know. I'm just curious if anybody did support that thing, because like I said, it really stinks, that you may lose out on your money. Hopefully you'll get a system. We can only hope. But What do you guys think about Doom Eternal being pushed back till next year? That's a pretty big blow to me. I'm definitely upset. That was a game I was looking forward to playing this holiday season. And what do you guys think about the PlayStation 5 and the haptic feedback controller, the solid state hard drive and PSVR support? Are you guys even into PlayStation VR? Because if you are too, maybe I'll make some more videos on it. Let me know in the comments down below. But like always, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. But that's the video, guys. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.